We just got some new details about the Sunrise on the Reaping movie. That's right, the book just released and we've received some insight from Lionsgate at CinemaCon about the movie, releasing in November 2026. This news is perfect timing, as many of us are finishing up reading Sunrise and just know this movie will become something truly special. I'm still holding on to the hope that the movie will be as good as Catching Fire, because honestly, I'd say Sunrise on the Reaping is on par with what I have considered my favorite book in the series, Catching Fire. Anyways, CinemaCon 2025 is held in Las Vegas, and Lionsgate held a panel showcasing some of their upcoming projects, meaning we got a little bit more information on the upcoming book adaptation, where they stand on pre-production, and their expectations for release. There will be light spoilers for the book, as I'll briefly discuss some of the references in the teaser, but I won't be spoiling anything important like plots or twists. If you haven't yet read this book, I highly recommend it. Along with some details about who is working on pre-production, we got a small teaser video, very similar to the one we saw prior to the release of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. This teaser features an animation of the All-Fire token, the symbol that's imprinted on the book's cover. This is quickly becoming the symbol that distinguishes this story from others in the series. The animation begins with a tease of the arena, seen from the volcano. I don't at all expect this to be the final design. It's meant to look like this to blend well with the teaser. The final design will be a big, picturesque mountain turned volcano. Running off the side of the volcano are 12 flowing streams of golden lava, one for each of the 12 districts. The way the volcano is set up in this overhead view reminds me of the arena in Catching Fire, divided into 12 sections. However, we can't cross the two. This volcano is not the entire arena. It's more toward the edge and serves as an obstacle for many of the tributes. And remember, these games will feature twice the number of tributes, with a total of 48, or 49 if you want to get technical. The arena is known as the Poison Paradise, where everything is gorgeous, yet designed to kill. Just like in this teaser, in the story, the volcano erupts gold lava, and it means more to the plot than just being a twisted form of torture by the game makers. As the gold lava flows from the volcano, it coats over the All-Fire token, turning it a golden color. Again, this teaser is very similar to the one we got with Songbirds and Snakes, ending with a quote from the main character, but taken from the original series. In Ballad, it was Snow saying, "It's the things we love most that destroy us." Here, it's haymitch's actor Woody Harrelson saying, "I think these games are going to be different." He originally says this line when speaking with Katniss.
"I think these games are going to be different."
But there's a different tone here.
"I think these games are going to be different."
I'm curious if Woody Harrelson was brought in to re-record this line to better fit the teaser. Lionsgate mentioned they expect to start filming this summer. However, we haven't gotten any castings yet because Lionsgate themselves doesn't have anyone casted. Since the book just released, it's difficult to put out casting calls for characters who were kept under wraps. They've got the story, they've got the excitement, but the most challenging part of production right now is nailing down that cast. All I'm saying is I fit the description for young haymitch. So Lionsgate, if you're still looking, hit me up. Director Francis Lawrence, who's worked on every Hunger Games movie except for the first one, has reassured us by saying this is probably his favorite in the series.
And I fell in love with it, so I think it's, my favorite book in the series.
It's great to hear someone like Francis say that, especially because so many of us are feeling that same way, but it's hard to fully back something so passionate, so quick, without wondering if it's just recency bias. They've been working on the script for the past year, trying to perfect it, and with that comes the announcement that Billy Ray will be returning to write this movie. I'm personally not too familiar with all of his work, but he wrote the first film in collaboration with director Gary Ross and Suzanne Collins herself. It's clear the added scenes in that movie that aren't in the books are well written and demonstrate a deep understanding of the source material. Maybe some of that comes from Suzanne, but the fact that Lionsgate is bringing back Billy Ray so far seems like the right choice. A big reason they're doing this, they said, is because they want to go back to the roots and make this feel like one of the original movies. That's exactly what I'd hoped for, as this is more or less a prequel to the main series. More than being a sequel to Songbirds and Snakes, though it does a great job at being both. Francis Lawrence has said he wants to bring back what fans love so much about The Hunger Games, and what really has been missing since Catching Fire. Things like the atmosphere, the aesthetic, the arenas, the tech. This movie has the perfect material, setting, and plot to deliver. You'll hear me say it now, although it will need to fight for its spot. It excites me to say it could potentially be the best Hunger Games movie. And all of the information we've got thus far isn't making me think otherwise. Consider subscribing if you love the Hunger Games and want to stay up to date on all of the latest surrounding the Sunrise on the Reaping movie. I'll be sharing updates as more information comes out. Let's be honest, there's probably a couple of us who are beyond excited for this movie and want to know as much as we can. If you're one of those, you're in the right place. Also, channel update, I just returned from a trip celebrating my 21st birthday, which is why my Sunrise videos have taken a little longer to release. But this news was the perfect thing to hold me over for a little longer while I finish up those videos. Trust me, there's a lot coming your way very soon. Thank you all for tuning in to today's games. I will catch you in the next one.